What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we've got another Ford F-150. I've got to stop buying Fords or you guys are going to stop watching my channel. So here it is, another F-150, except it's not exactly an F-150, right? It's an F-150 Raptor. This is my new to me 2012 Raptor that I picked up for $14,000. Yeah, I can't believe it either. I have never been able to find one for under $20,000. So when I saw one for 14, I had to have it. It actually looks really good. It's got some dings and bumps and bruises, and it just arrived from, what's it called? Duluth, something, Georgia. It was a trade-in at a local dealership, and it got no bids. Nobody wanted it. Well, there's a reason why. The listing says transmission damage. That's right. It says that there's supposedly something wrong with the transmission. And there's another thing I noticed about it too. These wheels, those don't look right, guys. Those don't look right at all. These are like Laramie wheels. These are 265/60 R18s. These are off of a normal F-150 pickup truck. So somebody swapped out the Raptor wheels, which sucks because you guys look for Raptor wheels lately? No? They're not exactly the easiest wheels to find. And if you do find them, well, people generally want a pretty penny for it. So supposedly this has some kind of transmission problem. We're gonna figure that out here in a minute. It's also missing the Ford badge on the back. Thankfully, it does have a backup camera. It was a work truck. You can tell that it's got paint and crap splattered all over the back, which, you know, kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We've got this, how does this work? You just, oh, there we go. Just pull it out. And then you got your old man stick. You know, if you just resprayed the bed liner, spray painted this black, and cleaned all this up, it would make a world of difference. This would look so much better. But yeah, we don't need the old man handles, and we don't need the steps. It's got a little ding right there, and you know, it's not perfect, but in my opinion, it looks really good. You got your 7-pin, you got your 4-pin. I mean, this thing's ready to tow. So why don't we do this? Let's try the remote start. I think it's the only one of my trucks out here that actually has remote start. Ooh, it's a cold start. It did puff a little bit of smoke. Listen to that. Well, that sounds nice. That sounds real nice. That sounds really nice. It just looks hideous with these little wheels. Uh-oh. There we go. Let's take a look at the interior. Oh, Chick-fil-A. I'm starving. It came with a free chicken sandwich. So the interior looks pretty good. Looks like it's missing the headrests on these two, unless they're under the seat. No, blocks of wood. No headrest. That kind of sucks. Well, darn. Well, surely that's something we can locate, right? It's just black leather headrests. This seat's leaned pretty far back. I love this. So soft and comfortable. It comes with money. You're already winning. You've got 23 cents. It smells good. It's got the graphics package, which some people love and some people hate the graphics, but I like the graphics. It's got it on the hood too. Let's take a look back here and see if we got anything on this side. No. Under the seat? Nope, nothing. I do see this though. So, I wonder what that right hand. Okay, well. Oh, hey. Well, this is good news. So that looks hideous. And then we've got this piece here looks like it just kind of pops right in. Yeah, okay, a little adhesive will be necessary, but there we go. Somebody had a steering wheel cover and they took it off. Oh, the glove box door is, well, it's missing the handle. Have you guys figured out the other reason why this thing is so cheap? Yeah, it's high miles, guys. It's really high miles. So when you factor in that the listing says it's got a transmission problem, it's got the wrong wheels and tires, the originals are missing, it's got an aftermarket bumper, which probably takes away from the value, I don't know. And then you add to it the pretty high mileage, you get a better understanding of why this thing is probably the cheapest Raptor in the country. That's going the wrong way. There we go. Let's bring that forward. Let's scoot this seat forward some. It does work. The seat's a little, you know, it's got some fade to it or whatever and some cracks, but that still looks good. You got a rip there. That actually really sucks, but you know, it is what it is, guys. It's a cheap Raptor. How many miles are on this thing? No push to start. I actually have to use the keys. Wow, okay. Oh, wow. 241,000 miles. There's your Raptor intro screen. Yeah, this thing's got everything. It's got heated, cooled seats. I mean, it's got everything for 2012, guys. E-brake off. And the question is, does air-conditioned seats work? We'll find out. There it is. Yes. Oh, yes, they work. They work. And air conditioning. There is our navigation. It's got a crappy little phone thing here. Someone had screwed something into the dashboard. I don't care about all that though, guys. I really don't. There's a badge here. Looks like from the military. Somebody's going to have to comment and say exactly what that is. Does the sunroof work, I wonder? It does. Wow. Okay. Sunroof works, air conditioning. There it is. It's coming in. Average fuel economy, 10 miles a gallon. 10 miles a gallon. 241,000 miles on the odometer. And then you've got this cool button right here, off-road mode. If you push it, it says off-road mode enabled. What does that do? I don't know. I have no idea. You have your axle lock by pulling out. 4 high. Let's check 4-wheel drive. It works. And off. It works. We have, like I said, we have our map here. I guess we can turn this on. It's a split screen. Oh, Sirius XM. Very nice. You guys know I love my Sirius XM. So that works. I can feel the AC seats working. You've got all your aux switches, which I don't know. They probably don't do anything at all. So it's a little rough around the edges. The important window works. Less important window works. Even less important window works. And that one works too. They all work. This is really nice. It'd be nice if we could turn this AC on max. Is there like a max AC button? Oh, that's it. She's full blast, guys. Good Lord. It's just really hot. We've got your typical switch falling down problem right here. That's a pretty common issue. Mirrors. That one works. And so does that one. Wow, for high miles, this thing's actually pretty impressive, guys. And of course, you've got a good sounding exhaust. Listen to that. Oh, I like it. I do. I like it. It sounds good. Those tires are horrible, though. Really, really, really bad tires. Let's pop the hood. Take a look at the 6.2 Litre. Come on. There we go. Hi there. That's your off-road camera. That's supposed to be mounted in here. So we'll have to figure that out. It's supposed to go right there. Hey, it's high mileage. It's not perfect. Nothing I have is. But there she is, your 6.2 V8 sounds great. This is a good sounding motor, guys. This thing's got some pretty monstrous torque and horsepower. It's got a Banks Ram Air cold intake. You've got the aftermarket skid plate by I can't read that. Yeah, I can't read that, so I don't even know. Looks like there used to be a light bar right here, and there's another light bar that can go right here. And looks like somebody's done something with the suspension here, because I see brand new hardware on the control arms. Looks like relatively new inner tie rods, maybe outers as well. Somebody's done some work to this truck for sure. Huh. All right. Well, you know what we got to do? We got to take it for a test drive. We got to, because, well, it's supposed to have a transmission problem. The interesting thing is, if it's got a transmission problem, how come we don't have a check engine light? That's kind of where I'm at. Let's go to trip, 10 miles a gallon average. That's it. Like, this seems to be typical for this, is 10 miles a gallon. That's going to be difficult to live with. I'm adjusting my seat and it sounds pretty bad. Okay. I think there's something supposed to be here that's missing, which is probably why they had this steering wheel cover. I'll probably put this back on. AC feels good. I think all I got to do is buckle up and we'll go for a ride. All right, well, we're about to take it for its first ride and find out about this transmission problem that has no codes. Another thing I noticed, it doesn't seem like the touchscreen works at all. There's nothing. So that's nice. High mileage car problems, right? What does this do? Oh, that opens the back window. So that works. And did I open this? I did. Oops. There we go. All right. Well, tow haul mode. Shift up and down. I think we're ready for a ride. That air-conditioned seat is really nice to have. And it's been a long time since I had a truck that had air-conditioned seats. It just doesn't feel right with these little wheels and tires. You know, I'm not going to stop talking about that. It's horrible. Oh, wow. Yeah, it spins them too easy. So I guess I'm a little confused. This is supposed to have a transmission problem. Okay, well, here's the thing. The transmission shifts fine. It's shifting just fine. The steering wheel is straight. It drives great. It sounds amazing. Okay. So I didn't want to take it on the long drive because I was concerned that there really might be something wrong with the transmission in this. There's nothing wrong with this. There is something wrong with it, but I have a little surprise for you guys. Sounds like we've got a light bulb out either on the front or on the back. I have something to show you, and I think you're really going to like it. Let's take a little ride around the corner here to my other truck, and wait till you see what I got over here in the Ram 3500. Oh my goodness. Yes, please. All right. So, what are these? Wait a minute. are these actual 17-inch factory Raptor wheels and tires? They are. They are. Take a look. SVT, and they even have the original, the original BF Goodrich all-terrain TAK02s. And guess what? The tire date code, I don't know if I can find it, but, well, it's somewhere up there. No, it's not on that one. Anyway, the date code on these is 2016. These are takeoffs, factory takeoffs from a 2016 Raptor. And yeah, they're a little older and the tires will at some point need to be replaced. And there's one center cap that's wrong. That one right there says Ford. But I found a guy 2 hours away that had these for $1,000 and he said, you know, let's make it happen. So I drove 2 hours out there yesterday and 2 hours home just to get the right wheels for this Raptor. Before this thing was ever delivered, before I knew anything about it, I knew that it had to have new wheels. So why don't we get this thing into the shop and let's put the right wheels on it. I think that's going to be a major transformation. Are you ready for the big reveal? This was a lot, no, not this one. Sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just admiring this truck is what it is. This was a lot of work, guys. I broke my lift. I'm gonna have to call Wildfire and see if I can get a replacement hydraulic hose. But why don't I put a before and after right here. There you go. Before or after, which one do you think looks better? The lug nuts are not the right lug nuts, unfortunately. It looks like they'll work just fine, but I'm gonna have to order some factory lug nuts for this truck. But there it is. I think that makes a world of difference, and I'll take these and I'll throw them in the shop. And well, now I've got a second set of F-150 wheels. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but man, that makes all the difference. It just looks right now. You know what I mean? It just looks right. When we get back, I'll show you the damage to my lift. I actually damaged it pretty good. I had to take a hammer and bang out some sheet metal. Unfortunately, I thought that this truck would fit on the lift. I was grossly mistaken. It fell off the lift 3 times, and it definitely damaged the lift. Like I said, snapped a hydraulic hose. It bent a bunch of metal. It knocked one of the braided steel lines off of a pulley. It's just a bad deal, guys. But that's all right. Accidents happen, and I now know that my Raptor will not fit on the lift. This is it right here, man. I don't care. Oh, yeah, this is it. Throw these gloves in here. Let's take this thing on a proper drive now. It's hot in there. Good night. This thing is, the seats. Let's turn on the air-conditioned seats right there. Ooh, it is warm. Let me get buckled up. Let's take this thing on a proper drive now that it's got the right wheels. So as I'm sitting here waiting for traffic, fake Raptor, I noticed the oil change sticker and Gwinnett Place, Ford. I don't know where that is, but I assume it's in Georgia. It's on 2330 Satellite Boulevard. It's due January of 24 at 246,000 miles. It's got 241, so that's 5,000 miles. We're good. Let's just hope those lug nuts that aren't the right lug nuts for this hold up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man. Now this is a truck. It kind of reminds me, I know you're gonna laugh, but it kind of reminds me of my TRX. I know, the TRX can't be compared with the Raptor. Okay, I get it. 700 horsepower versus 411. There's a tad bit of difference between the two. I'm just talking about the size, the height, the feel, the ride quality. it really reminds me of my T-Rex, man. Oh, I loved that truck. I did. I do remember that I hated the fuel economy, and now that I'm looking at the dashboard of this and I'm seeing 10 miles a gallon, it's reminding me. Yeah, I hated the fuel economy. So is it worth it? I don't know, guys. I guess that's up to each individual person. For me, yeah, this truck was absolutely worth it. $14,000. I'm not sure you'd be able to find one cheaper with a clean title. I don't know if I mentioned that, but this is not salvage. I bought this from a dealer-only auction in Georgia, and, you know, it was 14 grand. Now I've got more than $14,000 into it. I had to pay auction fees of $400. I had to pay shipping, which was quite expensive because of the size of this. Instead of being like $600, it actually came out to be, I think, $1,200 is what I paid for shipping. So, you know, I've definitely got more than $14,000 into it now. The wheels and tires that I just put on it were another $1,000. So when you start adding it up, yeah, it wasn't as good of a deal as it initially was, but am I happy with it? Absolutely. One of the things that I really like about it is that it's not a pavement princess. You know, this is not some show queen that looks perfect and doesn't have any flaws. This truck was used. I mean, and it was used a lot. 241,000 miles on the odometer. Yeah, buddy, this truck was used. And I like that, because that's what I want. I want a truck that I can use and not feel too bad if, oops, I got a ding or I got a scratch. You know, I don't want to be stressing over every little thing. And if you buy a new truck or a new car, oh man, you notice, the first one especially, you notice that first door ding, that first scratch, the first rock chip, and it drives you up the wall. Yeah, I don't want that. I think this truck was a great deal. Now, whether this is going to become my daily or not remains to be seen. I don't know. I've got 3 trucks to choose, 4 trucks if you count the Ram. 4 trucks currently to choose from as my, like, daily truck, my work truck, whatever you want to call it, my all-around truck. And I'm going to tell you right now, this one, the way it's riding and driving right now, oh, this is at the top of the list. But a close second place currently, you already know, it's the 2018 F-150 work truck, the XLT, the white one. That is a close second, mainly because it gets great gas mileage for a truck. It rides phenomenal. This truck rides great too, but that one rides a little bit better because it's not sitting on like 35 or 36 inch, maybe 37 inch tires. That truck rides better. It gets better gas mileage, and I think that truck is way more practical for daily use as well as work versus this one. But with that said, this is a really, really nice daily driver. So as far as these transmission problems that this thing was listed as having, I don't know what to tell you. You can clearly see on the dashboard there's no warning lights at all, nothing. Cruise control is set at 65, and I assume we're doing 65 miles an hour. I don't think there's anything wrong with the transmission. We'll put it in 4 high real quick. Oh yeah, it definitely, oh, there's a little noise. There it goes, it went away. There was just a tad bit of noise for just a second when I clicked it over into 4 high. But yeah, that went away. Back to 2-wheel drive, and boom, shifted right back to 2-wheel drive. Absolutely perfect. For the price and the type of truck this is, I don't think you're going to find a better deal anywhere on something like this. In fact, Watch JR Go already got a hold of me and was like, hey, how do you want me to bring you $16,000? And I was like, I don't know, man. Let me think about that for a minute, because I kind of want to enjoy this bad boy for a little while myself. Obviously, we already made it the 5 miles, and we're a good portion of the way back absolutely no issues that I could find with this truck so far. So let's get on back to the house and hopefully we make it. Well, I made it back, but I found something that doesn't work. Look at this. When I push the fan, it shows that it goes down, but guess what doesn't happen? The fan speed never changes. Whether it's high, low, it's always on the same thing. And of course I can push climate right here. It takes it to the climate screen. Again, nothing works on here at all. It'll show the fan speed going down, but it never moves, and nothing works on there at all. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that, because it'd be nice to be able to adjust my fan speed. I don't think the fan is all the way up, and it would also be nice to you know, be able to touch things on the screen and it do stuff. Looks like we've got a trailer brake controller here. Trailer brake great, so it looks like it works. Trailer disconnected. Yeah, so it works, and four-wheel works, and everything else seems to work pretty good. Ooh. Oh, lots of nice little cubby holes in there. That's a perfect place right there for your phone, right in the middle. This is a nice truck. It really is. It's definitely older, and you know, she's not perfect, but kind of like me. Older, not perfect, but you know, still looks reasonably good. Still got a little bit of usable life left, I think. You guys drop your comments below and tell me what you think of the F-150 Raptor that I still say is probably one of the cheapest that you could find at $14,000 in this country with a clean title. Hell, maybe anywhere for that matter. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here. I'm done for the day. I'm tired, I'm hot, and I'm ready to go. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, and don't hesitate to drop your comments below. If you know anything about this truck, like the screen not working or the climate being stuck on one speed, well, drop a comment and help me out. I truly appreciate it. And do me another favor. If you could choose between this Raptor as a work truck, the 3.5 EcoBoost as a work truck, or what I consider probably the best truck for work, the 2018 with the long bed, four-wheel drive, regular suspension, nice and comfortable, 10-speed automatic, that one as a work truck. I'm very curious which one of those three you would pick if you had the choice. Stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.